Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Drumard Farm on Escabluff Gaming with me, Escabluff. And yeah, today is our second attempt at a third episode, because the first one I forgot to switch my mic on. So yeah, we actually got a lot done in that episode. I talked about some things, but nothing was recorded. So let's just quickly look at what I have done, and what shall be done this episode. So yeah, let's get into the tractor and let's go. So here at the farm, nothing really changed. We haven't bought anything new yet, but yeah, at the fields we had quite a lot of work done. We cultivated, and with our little helper and the other tractor, we plowed and cultivated all of these fields. We planted, I think it's wheat, on all of the fields, and well, except this one, I think. Have we planted something here? Yes, we have also planted wheat there, and we have fertilized every one of these fields once, just so now this episode we can actually go to the store and buy a weeder to give that nice second fertilizing stage. So yeah, let's go back to the farm and pick up something we don't need anymore, and I think that's going to be the cultivator for now, because I have some plans for the machinery in the future. And the plow, yeah, we may go in, are we going to need that one? Well, the cultivator we can use to cultivate the, how do you call it, the green fertilizer, the actual plants that get plowed under. We can do that with the cultivator, but the machine that I want to buy eventually is this one, the Alpejo KF7 300, which is a plow and a cultivator at once, or switchable, I think. But yeah, this one is on my to buy list. So I think we are going to sell the plow for now. The cultivator may be useful, but the plow, every field is has been plowed now, so plown. I don't know I don't know the past tense of that, but that will remain for, I think, 3 harvests. So we have quite a lot of time on our hands to make use of those fields. So let's take a look at, where are they? Where are my weeders? There. This one costs 34,000. It is the biggest one. This one can sow some crops. Is it oilseed radish? I don't know. I don't know the name of that crop off the back of my head, but yeah, it can sow a few things, but we don't need that. We need this one. And yeah, it can only be used in the first growing stages of crops, and I think that's the first 2, where the crops are small still. So yeah, let's take, I think we can take the other tractor then, because there's no need to switch tractors if the plow is on the other one. Which one is exit vehicle? Yes, this one. So yeah, this plow has worked well for us, but now it's got to go. And I hope that with selling this one, we have enough money to buy the weeder, If not, we will have to make do with or just normal fertilization, or we could eventually sell some more crops. But as I said in the episode that was not fully recorded, I plan on doing pigs first, because pigs will produce, they won't really produce money like sheep and cows in the form of milk and wool, but you can sell them when they reproduce, and they reproduce faster than sheep or cows, and they produce, I think, quite a lot of manure. This guy is so slow, let's go past him. But yeah, so I'm going to do some pigs. I will need to have some more crops for that, some different crops. I need to have potatoes or sugar beets, and I think I was personally thinking about sugar beets because I like the machines for the sugar beets more. They have a wider working width and they are a bit faster, which is quite handy if you want to work fast. So yeah, we sell this one, which gives us 36,000. Let's just go towards the finances page, and I think we're going to borrow 10,000, because I don't like having just 1,000 euros left after I buy something, because after that you only have to have one mistake and you're in the red, and I don't like being in the red. I like taking out loans better than being in the red. So yeah, the Aerostar rotation 1200. That's going to be our weeder for today. Well, not for today, for this farm. And combined with the manure from the pigs and this weeder, we can probably make this farm completely organic, in the sense that we won't be using any artificial chemicals or artificial manures, fertilizers, etc. to grow our crops, which is, it's not really a thing I think should be done everywhere. It's not really a thing. Organic food, it's better, it's less chemicals, but sometimes chemicals are needed, and I'm not a person who strives for full organic food and everything. I eat what I like and I like what I eat, but in this game it's a fun goal to have. So oh Lord, you got hit there. It's a fun goal to have, and it's something to work towards too, because you will get less expenses in that way. I think a normal fertilization of a field would cost you around, I think, 500 euros, dollars, whatever you have in-game currency at. And if you use a weeder, it's virtually free. It's a one-time payment of 34,000. Oh, don't get out. I need to, yes, I need to get out of cap view. So, yeah, let's start weeding this one. Something that also happened last episode, we worked on field 29, which is visible on the map down there. We did some, I think it's manure spreading over there, and let's see. But that was just for some extra cash, so that's why we've got 25,000 at the start of this episode. But I also discussed how I'm going to do long tedious tasks like this, and if the task is not interesting, I don't have much to tell at that moment or to talk about at that moment, I will just skip ahead. I will stop recording and I'll start recording when I'm almost finished with the task at hand. But something like this, which will not take very long, I'm just going to do it fully on camera because I want to talk about some other things. And first off, I want to talk about a channel of a friend of mine, and which is quite coincidental because that friend of mine also had some problems with his microphone while recording, so yeah. I laughed at him for that, and now karma got me back and left me with a recording of just the in-game sounds and footage. But yeah, that friend of mine he's my best friend. In real life he's called Michael. His YouTube channel is called Banter Battles, and we initially made that channel with the idea of making some Warhammer 40k battle reports on that and some bold action battle reports on that. But as I started this channel quite a while ago, and he wanted to start another YouTube wanted to start a YouTube channel, he started putting his own replays on Banter Battles, and I'm completely okay with that, of course, because yeah, it was his channel, he made it. I was just yeah, how do you call it, one of his opponents for the battles. And on the Facebook channel of those of that channel, also called Banter Battles, we do have some battle reports with just pictures and text, if you like that. On the channel itself we don't have any Warhammer 40k battle reports. What he most usually does is he has some World of Tanks replays, just like my channel. He started with that just like I did, and after that he started doing a XCOM Let's Play series, XCOM 2, and he had some problems with that, but I think yesterday he told me that he had finalized, or he had finished his XCOM Let's Play. So that's about 20 episodes, I think, of XCOM played on highest difficulty and Iron Man mode, so no saves. If you're interested in that, if you would like to see that, his channel is Banter Battles. He also has a playthrough of Total War Warhammer, which I find quite interesting because I play Warhammer Fantasy. I have played it a lot a long time ago because yeah, it was played a lot at my school. But as the local meta is more evolving towards 40k, and because of Age of Sigmar and everything, Warhammer Fantasy isn't played a lot in my neighborhood anymore, or within my Warhammer community. So as I saw that he was playing this game, oh, we don't want to do that, I thought, hey, let's ask if he's interested. He's playing dwarves in the playthrough, and he's playing them quite good, I should say. And as I have at home, I have one dwarf army and one ogre army and some other assorted fantasy miniatures. I asked him for a battle and he agreed, so we one day will have a battle of Warhammer Fantasy, so he can learn about the system, learn about the army that he's playing. in the computer game how it handles on tabletop. And yeah, that's what I predominantly wanted to talk about, the channel of my friend. He has also given me a shout out, so I thought it was the most polite thing to return it, and I gladly return it because he has quite a well kept YouTube channel. He uploads more regularly than me. As you probably already have noticed, I'm a bit irregular, undisciplined, how you want to call it, with uploading, and that's also because I'm still doing an engineering. I'm studying engineering, and sometimes, yeah, school things go first. So sometimes I don't have the time to make an episode, to edit an episode, or to upload an episode. This is also why I chose to just make another episode and not repair the last one that failed, because just recording over my voice over what I think is 3/4 of an hour of footage is quite time consuming. Yeah, I didn't think that it was really worth it, because it was just me sowing these fields. It's not the most exciting content. And yeah, I think I've covered just about everything I've covered in that episode. I've tried to cover in that episode, but so yeah, weeding, getting the weeds out of your crops. By the way, for the people interested in Banter Battle's YouTube page, link will be provided in the description, of course, as per usual. So don't worry about that. But yeah, I'm getting distracted again. Weeding. As I'm almost finished with this field. Yes, as you've already, most of you have a garden at home. If you don't, you'll have flower pots or something maybe. And everywhere where plants grow, where you want your plants to grow, some plants will grow that shouldn't be there, like weeds. And even though some weeds are recognized by everyone as weeds, actually every plant that you don't want to be there could be a weed, and could be detrimental to your crop. They take food from the soil, food that is lost to your plants. So if you don't regularly spray to kill the weed, or just go across it with a weeder like this, your fields will have less produce, and that's not good for the financial state of your farm, and sometimes for the amount of stuff you need for your animals. And in game it's just another 30% extra yield on this field, so I'll gladly take it. I think that after this field I will I'll do the one next to it. That should be done quite fast, as it's a little bit smaller than this one. But after that one I will take this tractor and drive up to another field, so we can do another job for one of the farmers in the neighborhood here. They're quite friendly with me. They like that I do some jobs for them, and they pay well for it. So hey, who am I to disagree with them? If they pay for my work, I will work gladly. Especially if that means that I will get to test some new machinery. I think, by the way, that after the what we are going to do after this field and after doing some jobs is we are probably going to buy some pigs. I don't know how expensive they are in this pack or in this map. I have installed the I have the mod installed, which gives me some cheaper animals because the standard prices of the game are quite ridiculous. But I think the pigs are still one of the. I think they are just in the middle of being the most expensive one. And yeah, I'm going to I'm going to let them to get them delivered, but if that is more expensive than leasing just the cart for the pigs, then I'm just going to lease the cart and get them myself, because yeah, you can lease stuff in this game. This is an upgrade over at least Farming Simulator 2013. I don't know for sure if it's an update over 2015, because I haven't played that one. I haven't played that one quite a lot, but you can. I think it wasn't in there either. So now you can lease machinery. That's you cannot pay fully, because they're quite expensive sometimes. If you look at one of the big beet harvesters, they are costing well over 430,000 euros, I think. So, and that's without the header that actually harvests the produce. So in total you're looking at over 500,000 for one of those machines, which, yeah, I don't know how realistic those prices are, but I can imagine such a machine being quite expensive. So yeah, that's why they implemented the leasing system, because you can then rent or lease one of the machines for how long you need them to be on your farm, and then return it without any other costs. You don't have to pay any fuel for it, if I recall correctly, so that's quite nice. Yes, that's all the 3 fields done. As you can also see in the top right hand corner next to the money, I have put the game on ×5 speed. This will probably to help us with speeding up the gameplay a little bit, because I know some of you just watch this for learning a little bit about farming, etc. Learning as much as I can teach, which is not really that much, but it can get quite boring to just wait and wait and wait for crops to grow, and if you have to wait several in-game of real-time hours, it can get quite tedious. So I've put the time on ×5, which is, yeah, 1 real-life hour is 5 hours in-game, I think. And I hope that speeds up the game a little bit and speeds up the growth of our plants a little bit, so we can do some other things, like, for example, still not used to those buttons, but yeah, so we can drive around a little bit, do some other things like faster harvesting, and doing some other things like harvesting other fields, working on other fields so they get cheaper, because that's also the case with these fields. Let's just drive towards this one here. This one has corn planted on it. Oh, the interesting part is at that side. Let's park our tractor here, quite a bit out of the way, because what you haven't seen already, because it wasn't recorded correctly, these other fields which we don't own all have this marker next to them. At least I think almost all of them do, which you can walk up to and then press R to purchase or work on field. And as we can see, Gary Turner owns this field. He has a little bar beneath his name, which tells us how much he likes us, and the size of the field and the nominal value of the field. And here we have a job, harvesting of the corn, and he will pay us 8,744 euros for it, and that will get more if we do it within the mission time. So the faster you work, the more you get paid, of course. And every time you do one of these jobs for a farmer, he likes you more, and his fields will drop in value, so they will get cheaper for you to buy. And as we can get 8,000 at least for this one, I would say, yeah, let's start this mission. Oh. Most of the times you can't pause the mission, so it can be a little bit tricky to do if you're like me, making a video or something, or if someone walks in and needs to use the computer. I'm still living at my parents' place. Some people say it's embarrassing, but I gladly admit it. I like them, so I am on good footing with my parents, so why shouldn't I live there if I'm still studying? But still getting distracted. Let's attach this header finally, and go to the header, unfold header, go to the machine and start the combine. And yes, let's harvest some corn. And while we're doing this, I lost what I wanted to say. Yes, these missions cannot be paused. They have a timer, or they cannot be saved. You can pause the game in the menu, but you can't save your progress. If you save the game, you will probably start beside the field with no progress on it. So that's quite shitty, even especially if someone barges into the room and needs to use the computer now. I've had that happen to me. But yeah, real life is more important than a game, so of course you pause it and resume later. Let's take a look at this machine. It's a Massey Ferguson. It has quite a large capacity and is quite a decent machine for this size of field. Although I think if this field would be completely fertilized and perfectly grown, he would fill up a few times, especially on corn. Yeah, harvesting corn like this is the way they harvest corn for the little cans of corn you can buy in the store. So they just harvest a little, how do you call it? Corn pebbles, corn. You know what they're called. Usually combine only works with little crops like wheat, barley, soybeans, etc. Those are just the ones in game. But if you have this kind of header on front, which pulls the corn cobs off the plant and leaves the plant in the field, you can't see it really here, but they normally leave the plant on the field to be plowed on as fertilizer. You can harvest the little corn granules. I really don't know the name for that. How awful. No. But as you can see in the top right hand corner, we have 18 minutes left and 10 seconds. And we are now about 1/5 of the field done. Oh, we have done 1/5 of the field. Proper English is difficult, but and we have 25% in the tank. Now, one thing with these missions is that if you have a harvester like this and you have a massive field, the tank won't fill up completely. It will, when it starts to get around 80% full, it will fill up slower, so you don't have to worry about stopping and emptying the grain tank or the beet tank or whatever tank your machine has, which will save you time. It's not realistic per se, but it will save you time. And the same is with fertilizing jobs or seeding jobs. On that field next to this one, field 29, we have done some fertilizing, we have done some muck spreading, liquid manure, and as you can see, the crops are growing there nicely. I have seeded them while I was away. But yeah, also with feeding and fertilizing, the tank won't completely empty, so you don't have to refill it during work or whatever. You just can drive your little circles or lanes up and down just the way you want, as long as you don't miss too much and do it within the time limit, you'll get paid. And about the part of missing a little bit, you saw I missed some corn in that corner. That's not really a big issue because every field has a margin for error, and you can see that when we're done with this field, when the circle completely fills, there's still some corn left, which has not been harvested. But yeah, that's just a margin for error that's installed with this feature. And yeah, one last thing I talked about in the failed episode. A friend of mine asked me after watching the first episode if it's normal to harvest a field like I'm doing now, driving all around in circles and doing that until you're done, or if it's more usual to do it like this, driving up and down the field. Oh, wrong pedal. And to be honest, I can only base this on what I've seen farmers and workers do around where I live, and that's most of the time they do 1 or 2 passes around the field to make some room to turn and to make some place for the tractors to drive by them if they're harvesting corn with a forage harvester. But after that, after the 1 or 2 circles around the field, they just drive up and down the field. So that, I think, is the most realistic way, and that's how I'm going to do it right now. The fact that I drove circles and circles and circles in the first episode was just me being distracted and really forgetting that I was constantly driving circles while talking. So yeah. I also had another friend of mine. I don't know if I said it already in the second episode. Have I already told you about my friend from Ireland who who recognized the little village up there? When I posted this video on Facebook to share it with my friends, to give it a little bit of exposure, he wrote me a message saying, "Hey, I know that little village. It's just a little way up from where I live." And I thought, well, that's nice. I know this map is based on a real village and on real farms, but to actually have someone you know in that area is quite fun to hear. And yeah, I don't know if I already told them in the last episode that story. But as you can tell, this is not the most, the most tense, the most exhilarating gameplay. It's just casually farming. We're almost 2/3 done. And I think after that it's way overdue to get the pigs, because I know some guys that watch my videos are probably falling asleep right now, because this is a little bit boring compared to World of Tanks replays and everything, where stuff happens within 15 minutes and everything gets blown up and such. But this is also why I like to play this game. It's just I get this. I set up my racing wheel, my farming wheel, my paddles. Most of the time, if I'm not recording and playing Farming Simulator, I get a little drink, I get a little snack, and I get behind the wheel of one of these machines and just drive up and down the field, just for pure relaxation, instead of all the pressure of playing World of Tanks, the team pressure of carrying. Not that I carry my team a lot, because I'm quite a noob at World of Tanks. The replays you have seen on my website are on my YouTube channel. They are relatively rare that I play that well, so yeah. And most of the times you have those bad teams, you have just tough matchmaking, bad tanks you have to grind through, like the Churchill gun carrier, which is, at first I liked it, but then I realized that's an awful tank and I don't want to play it a lot. And when I have such thoughts, I just switch off World of Tanks for a moment. Like I said, put up my steering wheel, put up my pedals, and start farming a little bit. And something which I usually do then is put some music on. Can't do that now because YouTube will shut this video down due to copyrights, copyright claims, etc. So sadly I can't include the in-game music into these videos. It's quite nice, you have the in-game radio, every vehicle has the same radio, and you have, I think, 3 or 4 default channels, radio channels. You have techno, pop, rock and country, and then you have some other internet radio channels. So I think that's quite a nice touch. I like listening to simulator radio. They have nice music and it's fun to hear the adverts being not just your normal adverts on the radio, no, but instead they're advertising, streaming and YouTube channels and everything like that. It's quite funny to listen to sometimes. Maybe I will get an advert on that sometimes if I start making money out of this. So yeah, I think 1 or 2 passes after this one. Oh, we're not working efficiently. 1 or 2 passes after this one and we shall be done with this field, which which will give us a little bit of time to go buy our first pigs and maybe feed them a little bit, because we're already 40 minutes in, and I really normally don't want to make really long episodes because they'll get boring and I don't have anything to talk about by the end of it. But I thought it has been 2 weeks, I think, 2 or 3 weeks since we're done. It has been 2 or 3 weeks since I've last uploaded an episode, so this one can be a little bit longer, I think. Yeah, we get our reward, and for the time bonus we get almost 2200 euros. That's quite nice. That's almost 10,000 euros. And that's just for harvesting a field. Well, let's get back to our tractor over there. And let's go buy some pigs. First I want to look at our farm, how much they'll cost and how much they cost to be delivered, because if that's not too expensive we can just get them delivered to us and we don't have to buy a cart for them. But if it's too expensive we'll go to the store, lease the cart and bring the pigs ourselves. I know the cart has a capacity of 9 pigs, so let's just take a look at how much 9 pigs would cost. Open animal dialogue. 1 pig, 750 euros. And let's buy one. And that's 200 euros per pig to deliver them. So 200 times 9 is 1800. Okay, let's get back. Let's take a look at the store. Animals. And the Joskin Betamax. Oh. It can hold 9 animals, I know that. Select. Well, that's a little bit more expensive than actually getting the pigs delivered, but it's only 120 euros more expensive, and yeah, that's the base cost plus operating hour plus per day, so I think we'll lease that one, because if we want to sell the pigs we also need to bring them somewhere, and that will also be a fee for them. So if you buy a pig and then want to sell it again, you're looking at 400 euros for transportation only. And yeah, I think it will be more beneficial for us if we buy ourselves a little cart or lease a cart. And then let's think a little bit. 750 each, so 10 pigs would be 7,000. Oh, on the brakes. Almost had a collision there. Let's go again. Safe to go. My poor plastic pedals. Ugh, I think they're really not used to being stepped on with working shoes, etc. They creak and they clank, and I hope it's not too annoying with the recording, but by the way, the steering wheel I'm using now is the Speedlink Drift OZ, whatever. And yeah, I like it a lot. It has enough controls on the steering wheel. It has actually all the controls of a normal Xbox or PlayStation controller. And it has an extra gear shifting lever next to the steering wheel, and it has gear shifting flippers. So those two controls I normally use for things like front loaders, etc. And especially the gear lever is quite handy for that. The only thing I have to get right for the next time is the steering has a lot of dead zone, so I have to get that setting properly and get that setting right in game. And yeah, I'm still getting used to the controls. I'm only playing this this recording or this Let's Play series now with the steering wheel, and it's quite difficult getting used to. So let's lease our little trailer. There are no options. Normally you can, in the case of a tractor, you can give it another color, give it other wheels, give it another engine, etc. But yeah, this is just a cart for animals, and that's it. Let's lease it. And this is also the way I will be going about harvesting the sugar beet. I will probably lease the harvester and the sowing or planting machine, because I don't think my current sowing machine is capable of this is annoying. My current sowing machine is, I think, not capable of sowing sugar beets, so I need to lease a machine for that. I need to lease the foliage cutter for it, and I need to lease the harvester for them. So probably after this harvest I will sell all of it, and with that money I can start doing the root crops, the sugar beets for my pigs. And then after the sugar beet we can take a look at what we need and decide what to plant after that. Now where is the animal sell point? Or buying point? Oh. I don't think it's here. Let's take a look over here. Where is it? There are no sell points. Yeah, well, there are sell points, but there are no buying points. Where do we have the animals? Is it over here? No, never been here. Oh, won't you look at that. Here is the sell point for wool. And we can open the animal dialogue with button 11. I don't know which one that is, so I just use R. And let's buy us some pigs. That's a full cart. 6,750. That's I think we can do this cart and one more. Let's do one more after this one. Let's bring them back home and do one more, give them a little bit feed, and that's it for today, I think. Because after that we'll really be past the hour mark, and yeah, that's a little bit long, isn't it? Next time I will be cutting away parts where I'm harvesting a whole field, etc. So especially if it's like jobs like I just did, because they don't need any carting of the harvested crops, so that's really boring after a while, especially if you're not doing it and just watching it. And as the editing software I use Lightworks, the free version sadly, as that has upgraded, I'm kind of getting used still to all the new things and how everything should be done, which normally was quite a little bit easier. I am not really capable yet of making a time lapse, so yeah, there's that. So you probably have to make do with me just cutting away and editing in, fading to black, etc. Let's hope we missed the gate. Oh, we hit the gates. That's sad. Let's get our pigs out of there. Yes, I really want to unload them. And here they are. Oh, they're quite big. They still don't have any food or water, so... But yeah, as you can see, I have 9 pigs, they have 0 productivity, they are very clean, 100% clean, and they have still no water, straw, corn, wheat, barley, canola, sunflowers. They have nothing of food, so I'm going to change plans again, because I do that quite a bit too much, but oh well, who cares. I'm going to give them a little bit of food. And after that, I will leave this farm until the next episode. Where's the pipe? Oh, this is the place where you tip everything, but where does it come out? Is it the other side? Is it here? No, it isn't. Where is it? Where do I get my stuff? Ah! So here I tip everything. But where is the fill point? Oh. I know this is not the correct place to refill my tipper, because it will refill it with stuff I don't need. Oh, there is no refill point. How strange. Let's take a little look at the Banter farm. Maybe it's over here. Yes, here it is. Why would it be over here? That makes no sense whatsoever. But who am I to complain? Let's give them some corn. That's quite a lot of corn, but they won't use everything of it, every little bit of it, because there are only 9 little piggies. Probably reverse this one. Oh, that's going to be bad. But we can tip it. Yes. Oh, that's wrong. Oh, well, they took a little bit more than I expected, but on the other hand, corn seems to be their main feed, so we can now look. They took 4,099 corn. Now they need some water, some straw. Water, we can take the tanker from the other farm. Straw we don't have yet. Wheat and barley we have. Canola we have. So yeah, only straw and potatoes / sugar beets are needed. Well, I think I'm going to end the episode here. The other 2 fields that need to be cultivated or need to be weeded, I will do that off screen, just so I won't bore you to that. As you can see, they need to have 1 extra fertilization stage, but yeah, we made some nice progress this episode. It's a long episode, but you deserve that because I select off again and didn't give an episode for about 3 weeks. So yeah, sorry about that, but I hope you will appreciate my apology in the form of this episode. So that leaves me saying, leaves only the last thing to say. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you next time with the next episode of Farming Simulator 2017.